Hey everyone, it's Buzz here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at 3 custom LEGO sets based on Marvel Studios' Moon Knight. I don't know about you guys, but this show has been a blast so far. We're only 3 episodes in, but I can already tell it's probably going to be Marvel's greatest. At least out of the current era of Disney Plus shows. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe or else there's a very plausible chance an ancient deity from Egypt will hunt you down and kill you. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at our first set, being Moon Knight's Mech Armour. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, don't think it. We all know that LEGO loves to put exclusive and valuable figures in these awful mech sets, and that's exactly what I thought when making these. So with that out of the way, let's actually take a look at this set. Of course, the first figure, and only figure for this set, is Moon Knight. He's definitely a big improvement over my first version of the figure from September.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Anyways, this figure is very detailed, using dual molded arms, dual molded legs with printing, as well as a scythe piece for his weapon, as well as coming with a cape and a hood with a built-in mask. The set also includes an alternate head, so you can swap it out for Stephen Grant or Marc Spector. Quick side note, I just noticed that this figure is actually an outdated version, the torso slightly different, as well as it doesn't have legs or arms, so please ignore that. I actually made it before the final design. And anyways, that's it for this figure. Moving on to the main build of the set, we've of course got the Mech. On the front of the Mech we've got that disc that has all the weapons in it. There's also a place to store the minifigure's weapons on the bottom of the Mech. And here's one last look at the box art. Honestly, that's really about it for this set. The next set is another Mech, but it was the only way to include this character in the video, so here we have Mr. Knight Mech Armour.
Wagwan! I did it! You got planted!
Of course, the first and only figure we have for this set is Mr. Knight.
You're in the wrong ends, mate. You're in my yard now. Come on, that's right.
Although the MCU has certainly adapted the character in a different way than most fans expected, I've really enjoyed what we've seen of Mr. Knight so far. This figure features printing all over, from the legs to the head, and I think it looks really good and it's really unique. Of course, his accessories are his 2 batons that we actually haven't seen him use yet. This figure also features an alternate head so you can represent Marc or Stephen. And yeah, that's about it for this figure. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the build. Unlike my Moon Knight Armour mech set, this figure does actually feature the weapons built onto the mech, being the 2 batons, as well as a print for the suit and tie on the front of the body. And on the legs there's a place to store the minifigure's actual 2 batons. And of course, here we have one last look at the box art, which I'm really proud of. And now let's take a look at an actually cool set, being the accessory pack called Moon Knight's Museum Mayhem, containing 3 minifigures and 63 pieces. Of course, the first minifigure we have is Moon Knight, but we've already seen this guy, so let's take a look at our second figure, being Marc Spector / Stephen Grant. This figure is rather simple, really only using a new torso print, as we've already seen the head on Mr. Knight. Overall, it's pretty accurate to the show, and there's not much else I could do with it. The minifigure comes with his satchel and a new face print, being more shocked for Stephen, as well as a more angry one for Marc. And yeah, that's about it. Next up we have Arthur Harrow, aka Crocodile Hippo Worshipper from Egypt. Yeah, weird guy. Anyways, this figure has one really special thing about it, only including one dual molded arm, as the sleeve is pulled up to show his weighing scales of Amit's judgment. The figure does also come with Amit's cane, having a bit of her power embedded in it, represented by the stud with glitter on it. The figure also has an alternate facial expression that's a lot more startled or angry. On to everyone's favourite character, we have Gus the Goldfish. Now, some people seem to think Gus stands for sarcophagus, but personally, I think it stands for Among Us. Anyways, Gus uses the same fishbowl piece as the one that came in the Sesame Street set, as well as just your average blender build. It's a simple but effective inclusion. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual build, being our museum. If you're a hardcore LEGO fan, you might notice that all of these are actually references to the old LEGO theme, Pharaoh's Quest, specifically artifacts and minifigures that can be found in the pyramid set. We've got the sarcophagus belonging to the Pharaoh, an Anubis guard statue, as well as the Pharaoh's helmet. Honestly, this was my favourite part of making this set. Putting LEGO's Egyptology into a new theme was really fun. This also means that Pharaoh's Quest is officially MCU canon. You can thank me later. And here we have, of course, the LEGO Shop at Home image for this set. It's pretty fun and very cinematic. And of course, here we have the box art again. It's probably the best accessory pack I've ever done, as it's just very realistic looking. And here we have the promo image I do for every set, and I think this looks really cool having both Moon Knight and Mr. Knight on the poster. So, what was your favourite custom LEGO Moon Knight set by me? And also, which one would you want LEGO to make the most? Please leave your answers in the comments below and I'll be sure to read them. With that said, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss another custom set. And that's it for today's video. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.